Hey there, welcome to Hiker Homily and the latest episode thereof. I kind of feel like I've been I don't know, going at the hiker community the last few, but I'm, it's not like without reason, right? I don't want to be that guy all the time. But it's kind of what Hiker Homily is for. Hiker Homily is, kind of an opinion rant basically on different things going on in the hiking community. So I came up with this one because I wanted to show that it's like, I'm not like paranoid, because I'm hoping that the kind of folks who are following my channel are the ones who are, not only into hiking, but understand part of hiking should be an understanding and a love of the outdoors and things. And so that means you want to preserve those outdoors because, I try not to be a selfish person as best as I can. I'm far from perfect, but as best as I can, I would like the outdoors to still be there, not just for my kids, but maybe future grandkids. And even if I didn't have kids and aren't going to have grandkids or any of that kind of stuff, just future generations. I want other people to be able to see this and things. And so that's why I kind of dig at what some people might think are little things and stuff like this. For example, we have this post was posted on a hiker group. Okay, a group of it was actually, I think it's Bay Area hikers, if I remember right, or Northern California, but basically an area that I'm local to. Basically, I'm part of an online hiking group. And it was posted there that this person is proudly, look at this, adding to my collection type of thing, and it's rocks that he has taken from various, and he names the various places that he's taking these rocks from, and the vast majority of them are state parks. Okay, and he's proud of it. He thinks it's a great thing. And some of you are like, okay, so what? It's a rock. Okay. And that's what I want to talk about is, number one, in every state park, at least California state park I've ever been to, there is a sign saying, do not take objects. Do not remove things from the state park. It's literally a crime. It's at least an infraction. In some places, it's a misdemeanor, depending on what you do and what you take and how you damage things. It can be, actual jail time and high fines and stuff like that. So you're committing a crime doing it. And the other thing is you're removing part of an ecosystem. I use that word a lot. I hope people following my channel know what the hell that means, because it's all part of it, and we are all part of it, and it's important. And hopefully not too many people following this channel, but I don't know where else it gets posted, if somebody forwards it somewhere else or whatever and things like that. There may be some out there that will see it and they just roll their, oh, it's just a rock. It's one person taking a rock. No big deal. Okay, well, look at some of the comments there. Other people saying, oh, it is kind of not good to take things, but I do it too. Oh, yeah, I have a collection myself. Just all kinds of sentiments like that. So that's always been my point. And I think I've said it on a few other videos, is you're right. If you isolate that one person, it's just a rock. How much damage could it be to take a rock from a state park? No big deal. The only problem is it's never just a rock. It's not always that one person. I'm sorry, it's not. That person does it, and then the next person doesn't, and maybe the person after that doesn't, but the person after that one does. Pretty soon you've got a whole boatload of people doing it, taking things. It's not just one rock. It's a whole bunch of rocks from a particular area. Or, okay, this one person has the woodburning stove topic I did. this one person has a wood burning stove, and so he might pick up, so it's like little twigs that this thing uses. He's just going to pick up, you know, maybe 25, 30 little twigs to burn so he can cook his meal. Big deal. Okay, then the next person with the stove does the same thing. Maybe the next person does not. The person after that does. Again, it's not just one person, and it's built up, and pretty soon there's no little twigs. And you know what the little twigs do? They break down into soil, and the soil helps plants grow. So when they're not there anymore to break down the soil because some idiot burned them, and then of course after he burned them, he's got to do something with the ash. I guarantee you he's probably not packing it out. He's just dumping it somewhere. Pretty soon you've got an area that the ecosystem is screwed up because not just one person has picked up a bunch of stuff and burned it in their little wood stove, or picked up a bunch of rocks and things. So things, it's like a little tiny stone you throw into a pond. You've heard that kind of metaphor before, I'm sure, in your lifetime. You know, it looks like a little tiny stone on this nice still pond, but when you throw it in, it creates ripples that spread out and could reach all the way to the other side of the pond. And things like that. Well, it's the same thing. It seems like it's just one rock, but it's one rock here, another one there, another one there. Pretty soon those ripples from that just one rock are affecting the area, okay? And I could get into a whole thing about how one rock is part of an ecosystem. It's, you know, it's a home for a certain insect to live under. And if certain insects don't have those homes to live under, they die out. But that insect kept this insect in check, and if that insect isn't kept in check, it destroys this plant, and with that plant gone, it so on and so forth. Pretty soon we have an area that is in some way devastated, and a certain species of something is gone because we started the ripple effect. That's how nature works. Nature is not a vacuum. It's not that rock is just isolated on the ground. It is connected to everything around it. That's an ecosystem. And pretty soon we are damaging and affecting the places we consider beautiful. That's why we're out there camping, right? Are you getting out to nature for a different reason? I mean, maybe some of you are, but most people are going out there because they think it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. And I personally would love others to be able to see that too, because I don't think about just myself. And so, yeah, pretty soon you're damaging those beautiful places. Other people won't be able to see them, or if they do see them, they're going to see them damaged and messed up because these things have been done to it. So, and there are consequences, and I know that some of it is this rebellion attitude. There's my hand again, everybody. This rebellion attitude that a lot of people have, that they just assume that the rules of don't take this, no fires here, no this and that, it's a personal thing. The government is just being mean to me. No, you moron. You're not that important. And that's really what it comes down to, is you really think you're so important that somebody in the government is, people are camping there, I'm going to F with them. No. The vast majority of the rules are put down because somebody looked around and realized, boy, are we effing this area up. This place is getting trashed, and this place is beautiful. We need to stop it from getting messed up. How are we going to do that? Okay, we're going to put laws about littering. We're going to say, don't take things like rocks and pieces of wood. Don't pick the flowers. Let the flowers grow. Because if they grow to a certain point, they go to seed and spread, and then next year, hey, flowers again. Okay, we keep picking the flowers. Oh, it's just 2 flowers. It's a whole field of them here. And then the next person picks 2, and that person over there only picks 1 because he's nice. This person over here picks 3. Pretty soon, eventually, we don't have the flowers anymore because they weren't allowed to get to seed in order to make more flowers the next year. Okay? That's the connections, and that's why the rules are usually put in place. It's the same thing that I've said before, is I don't always agree with public lands having like a permit or a lottery system for how many people can use it. But it's not just because the government's being jerks. They don't want me to hike there. They hate me. No, they don't even know who the F you are. They don't care who the F you are. What they do care about is more than this many people through this area is going to trash it. That's why those rules are in place. And if you want a perfect example, here you go. We had this area. It's a semi-local area that I do live nearby. It's a car drive away. And yeah, reasonable rules were in place. People ignored the reasonable rules and were actually damaging this beach. Major damage. So guess what? Now the public's not allowed on it for a couple of years because they're trying to get the beach to heal itself, to recover. Because people decided the rules don't apply to me because it's not fair. I want to have a fire on the beach because it's really cool. I saw it in movies. It's neat. I want to do that. So I'm gonna, because freedom. Now we have an area that's closed to everybody, the free dummers and the people who follow the rules. Nobody can use it now because people were trashing it in the name of freedom. Camp my own camp, hike my own hike, I do my thing. And they effed it up for everybody. And, you know, the rules weren't put on that beach because F the campers, we hate people. No, it was because it was ruining the beach. And guess what? People ignored the rules. The beach got ruined. Now it's effing closed. Good job, everyone. That's why we can't have nice things, as they say. So that's why I get emotional about it. That's why I do these kinds of rants on stuff like that, is that exactly that situation. The rules aren't there to just F with you and ruin your day. They're there for a very good reason. And not following the rules doesn't solve anything. All it's going to eventually do is, you know, screw things up. Just like I know it's a big thing on the PCT, the whole permit. Oh, back in the day, anybody who wanted to start could start anytime they want, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and then they looked around and realized, holy mackerel, there are parts of the PCT that are getting absolutely damaged, just completely trashed, because the herd, or the horde as they call them, goes through and they all are about the same time. They're not spread out like the permit system is trying to get them to do. They all start around the same time of year, and so you have this huge clump of people that are all trying to find camping spots in the same area at the same time, and they are just trashing the crap out of it. And so a permit system was come up with. You know what the next step is? An even harsher permit system that the PCT is no longer allowed to do it anymore. The Department of the Interior is going to take it over, and it's going to be some crazy-ass lottery system like they do for Mount Whitney and stuff like that. And it's not going to be up to, I think what is our limit now? 25 or 50 people a day can start at the same time, and they're maxing out on that kind of thing. Yeah, you let the Department of Interior take over, and they're going to let the scientists decide, oh, the maximum amount of people that'll keep this area from being destroyed, maybe 15 a day, 20 at the top. Yeah, that's what's going to happen next. And then they may even close actual areas of the trail if people continue to damage it because they say, F the rules, freedom. And yeah, that's what freedom gets. And it's the thing, I keep saying that because that's what everyone is, the ones who like to break the rules, that's their number one slogan to shout. Hike my own hike, freedom, 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 freedom. I'm not anti-freedom. I don't want big government and all that kind of crap. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is sometimes rules are needed for certain things, and as long as the rules are there for a good reason, and most of these rules are, the permit rules, the no fires here, there's reasons for those rules, then no, shouting freedom doesn't give you a right of any way, shape, or form to just do what you want and risk damaging things, because the rules are there for a reason. So there we go. Hopefully most of you agree. Those of you who don't agree, if you want to say something, as always, if you can do it respectfully without just being a jackass, that's up to you. Jackasses get deleted and banned. People who disagree respectfully, I'll read your statement. I might not agree with it, and I might, say something respectfully back saying, I disagree because of, or something like that. That's called a discussion. Then fine. If you disagree, let me know why. If you think the rules are there for something other than good reasons, let's hear it. Let me know. Otherwise, hopefully you do agree, because it just seems like, again, plain common sense to me, which seems to be at a pitiful amount anymore in our society. So, other than that, as always, thank you very much for watching my crazy little channel and watching Hiker Homily. I hope you enjoyed this latest episode. And until then, I'll see you next time.